Didn't think you'd see another upload, did you? Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. My name is Dion, and today I'm catching you up on my trading journey, which I have neglected to share with you over the past couple months for a few reasons. They're completely valid. Let me get into it, and I'll explain sort of what happened and why I took this hiatus off of my YouTube channel, which I wasn't too happy about because this YouTube channel was supposed to be about the ups and the downs, and there's been plenty of both within the past couple months or so. So from what I remember, it started when I was live trading. When I was living out of home, I was in Chinatown, and I was live trading my sessions every day or every night, and things were going well until they weren't. I took a loss. And pretty much after this loss, everything spiraled because I started second guessing things, questioning myself, which you shouldn't do when you've got a solid plan. That's one lesson. If you've got a plan that actually works, stick to it regardless of the results, as long as you're doing it correctly. So I was doing things correctly, but losses come. I started second guessing. I wanted to be perfect. I was chasing perfection. I was like, well, loss, I shouldn't. If I know if this is correct, I shouldn't be losing. And even though I proved to myself many times throughout those couple months, I can take more losses than wins in a week, but still end up profitable by a good amount. My mindset was kind of weak at that point, and it started cracking. It was like a dam that was holding in the water, and there was a small little crack. And I guess, metaphorically speaking, after a few weeks or whatnot, the crack started expanding, water started leaking out, and then shit hit the fan and went everywhere. I fell for the shiny object syndrome. I just started thinking, look, I'm working so hard for this. Surely there's an easier way to do this with better results. I started diving into crypto more, to the NFT space, and to just Web3 in general. That led me to then pursue automated trading. So I started doing so many different things, like aside from trading, thinking that, hey, why should I be manually trading when I can do better doing this and that? So I started chasing this and that, completely neglecting my trading. So after that, instead of being a trader or focusing on my trading, I realized that what I was chasing was to be a content creator, to be something along the lines of that. So another distraction. And if I was to be making trading content, and this is very evident through, I don't know, you can see through the titles of the videos of the way everything's been structured. I was trying to focus more on the content creation and the YouTuber side rather than the trader. The trader trades, I was doing more than that, and using documentation as an excuse to upload and do things like that, which is something I'm really going to try avoid, because I do want to capture the journey, but I don't want to turn this into a thing about views or whatnot. Because over the past couple months, I realized how much that really doesn't matter if you're really a trader. And yeah, pretty much oversharing was a big thing. So when I was focused on that and I was sharing the trading side, the results, the ups and the downs, I realized that was a big mistake. I shouldn't have been showing how much money or whatnot I was making, because then there's this expectation you put on yourself, hey, I'm doing 10% weeks back to back. I should be able to keep this up. And then when you don't, then things start playing with your head a little bit. You start getting those doubts, which is what I experienced while I was doing the live trading. I had no problems live trading itself, but when I started sort of manifesting this idea of who I was as a trader, or what I should be, how I should perform, a lot of shoulds and expectations of myself, and I started holding myself to those expectations and ideas which I created, that's when things started going wrong, because you create this perfect idea of whatever in your head, and obviously things aren't perfect. So when you don't hit it, then there's a little bit of disturbance, bit of an altercation you get with your egos, and it battles, and it's not good. So pretty much that's what I experienced. So when I realized this, I thought it was best to just stay off socials. It's best to stop sharing anything trading related on the internet. So I got rid of most of my all my trading content on the Instagram, on TikTok. And I completely abandoned that. I don't really care what people thought. I know that a lot of people think that like I couldn't do it or couldn't make it, so I just left it. Ghost town. But that was completely opposite. I doubled down, but this time I wasn't sharing anything with anyone, even with in real life situations, people that I meet. Usually I would introduce myself as, hey, I'm Dion, this and that. I do trading, but like, nah, I keep this real down low now. Real secret. No one really knows about it. I don't tell anyone that I'm involved with crypto or trading or whatnot. Another little sidetrack, little story. I've got a job on the side, like a normal 9 to 5. And that's sort of what I tell people I do. It's the front, it's the cover, and it stops me from keeping up this idea, these expectations, or projecting onto people what I think of myself to be or who I am. Instead, there's just, hey, I'm just a normal dude. I just work a job and that's it. But on the down low, that's not it. And I feel like this is it's very easy on my mindset, on my mind, because if people don't know what you're doing, you don't hold yourself to any expectations or whatnot. So that makes things very easy for me to do. So while I've been learning, practicing, doing all the things that I've been doing with my trading and working this job as well, I've been accumulating a lot of capital. And this capital I've been using to invest in crypto since September, roughly 3-4 months. And that's popped quite a bit recently. I've made a decent amount of money on that end. And I'm following my plan. I told myself when I make X amount of money, I'm pulling this out, using it as trading capital and continuing with my trading. Now, moving forward, I'm not going to be sharing too much detail about my trading with you guys. I'm still figuring out what I would like to share and what I don't want to share. What I want to share is the process. What I don't want to share, I guess, is the results to some extent, because I want to avoid falling into that trap that I did when I was live trading. So don't worry, I will be posting more consistently, but differently. So I've been doing what I have been always doing, which is identifying what kind of trading I want to do. For example, your trading plan, how I want to trade. And then, since it's not a trading time for me anyways, November to Feb, I've just been forward testing, just observing data, live tape reading, taking notes, journaling every single day, becoming very familiar with the markets. I trade at a different time now. I've pretty much realized that instead of having to wait so late to trade the New York session, I can apply the same principles to London, and I've been doing that for the past couple months now, and I've settled on this. It works for time of day. It's easy to do where I am, and I don't need to do too much relearning of such. It's the same shit I was doing before, but at a different time, essentially. So that works really well for me. And based on the data I've been gathering, it's definitely the way to go. At this point, I'm just waiting until February, and then I'm going back in. But for now, there's no rush. That's taking me to another thing. You don't get what you want most of the time because of the reason that you want it. I feel like I was trading quite selfishly because of what I wanted. It was all big wins, Lambo lifestyle, this and that. Even though I wouldn't say it, or I would say otherwise, in the back of my head, and I would say these things to myself too. I don't want this. This is actually what I want to do. But it was a blatant lie to myself that I wasn't able to admit until whenever it was, a couple months back. I'm coming into trading now with a new purpose, which again, I feel like it's not something I want to share, but I am willing to share the down part of it, the part that's not so good. So that's what I wanted. It was very selfish, and I think that's what I wanted to get out of trading. That's why I wanted to do well, was for very selfish reasons, and hence the reason why I wasn't successful, or why I wasn't doing as well as I could have. Coming in with a new mindset now, it's more so not trading for myself. It's more selfless. it's not so much about the big wins, and I mean, of course that will come in time, but now it's more so focused on making my ends meet. I know how much I earn through this job I'm working, and I know how much my lifestyle costs. I know how much it will cost to sort of live the life that I want to live. And now it's just about building my trading up to the point where it can support that comfortably and consistently as well, without having to risk too much or to leverage too much. I just want to trade comfortably and consistently, and for that to be able to support the lifestyle which I have in mind. So pretty much I'm focusing a lot on the privacy. I don't tell people I trade. I don't tell anyone about my progress, and I won't share my results online just yet. I'm focusing on making enough money to cover all my expenses, and then after that's done, then I'm focusing on replacing my income with my trading consistently over a large couple months. And then once I've got that, keeping things consistent and growing my account, just letting progress do its thing, compound over time. In regards to what I will be sharing, video schedule or whatnot, I don't have any plans just yet. I did want to just make this video because it's just been bugging me, it's been itching me. I needed to just come out and explain what I've been doing recently, especially with 2024 around the corner. It's going to be very interesting. I have everything planned in regards to what I plan to achieve with my trading. In regards to, everything trading related. I got a whole plan, but I'm not going to share it because I don't think it's essential for me to tell you. I don't think it's going to help anyone. And that's the whole point sort of this. I'm documenting my ups and my downs and what I think is going to help. What I think is going to help is telling you sort of what I'm focusing on. For example, the privacy behind my trading, the patience behind my trading, what I'm actually trying to do in a sense. So everything I shared in this video pretty much, I think it's pretty essential. Trying to think of any last minute dot points, because it's pretty much everything I wanted to say. Possibly live trading will return, but at the moment I'm not live trading, so just to warm up into it, I might do some live tape reading just to sort of go back over what I'm doing. I think it's good for myself to just watch myself as well, see how I react to the charts from an emotional point of view. But then again, that's something I'm wrestling with. I don't need to share that. But the fact that I know I've done it before and it didn't really bother my trading too much, which I guess kind of contradicts itself because, never mind. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'll upload another video at some point. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to chase this whole content creation thing, so I'm not going to try and force uploads. I will just sort of upload as I go. But for the time being, like I said, the next couple months is literally just going to be boring stuff, the stuff you don't want to see, which is the live tape reading, which is the journaling, it's the back testing, it's all that sort of stuff. So I'll see if I can find a way to share that, but don't think I will. So don't expect an upload anytime soon. But I'm going to leave it at that. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm still here. I'm not leaving.